Hey, what's up guys, it's me Dr. Sigmund. I'm going to be showing you how to install the Ultimate Client-Side Mod Pack for Minecraft 1.12.2. All you have to do is open up your browser, go to technicpack.net/download, and click either Windows, Mac, or Linux, depending on whatever operating system you're on. I personally use Windows, so I'd click Windows. And then it will install like normal on whatever browser you have. You're going to go to your either downloads folder. In my case, I have it right here on my left. I use Vivaldi, and you can just click it and it'll launch. You're gonna have to log in with your normal Minecraft credentials like any other Minecraft login or launcher. Log in and it'll take you to the Discover tab here. Next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna go to the mod pack section. It's gonna look something like this. It's gonna have Attack of the B Team and all the other mod packs that are normally on Technic. In this case, you're gonna type in Sigmas and it will come up with my mod pack right away. Then there should be an install button down here. I already have it installed already, so I can just hit play and run it anyway. But it's a very, very simple task, not that hard. And then you can go to launcher options, and this is just, you don't have to do this part, but I would recommend it. Go to Java settings and enable more RAM. Now, depending on what spec computer you have, you can turn up or down how much RAM you have. I have it at 8 because I have 16 gigabytes of RAM. I will allocate half of it to the game and half of it to my operating system like normal. But regardless, I would say use at least half your RAM, unless you're like on 2 gigabytes, or not 2, but 4 gigabytes of RAM. Then you might just want to use 1, but that's computer specs. Next thing you're going to want to do is hit play, and I'll show you the mod pack. What's up guys, it's me, Dr. Sigmund here, back again with another video. I wanted to talk to you guys about my new mod pack that I made. It took me a lot of work, it's not done, it's still going to be in development, but regardless, this is the Ultimate Client-Side Mod Pack. I have never seen anybody make a really good client-side mod pack with all the things you would want, even if some of them aren't the best. You can get rid of things and change it how you want. This is just a template for starting. So the basic mods are right here. You obviously have the main Forge ones to get to work. You have Xernio's minimap mod, like that's a standard minimap that will help you just see around the map and do that kind of stuff. Just enough items, you can see how to craft things and all that. It makes it easy and simple. Block drops, it changes block drops. It's a little bit more involved, but you can go and check that out on sites like Cursed Forge and other things like that. Craft Tweaker 2, it adds a few tweaks so for crafting, makes it simpler, easy, faster, that kind of stuff. CTGUI, that's I believe an add-on for something else, but it still works pretty well. JEI support Craft Tweaker, it's a Craft Tweaker mod to plug into JEI. It kind of helps out really well, kind of brings the mod together. Then there's CTM. I think that's also a core mod, but not a big deal. Now we're getting to the actual things like custom main menu. Now, yes, I have a custom main menu set up myself, which is very nice in my opinion. I'm still going to tweak it a bit, but this is the custom main menu everybody downloading the mod pack will have by default. I like it, but you can change it yourself, and I'll probably make a video on how to do that, especially with this mod pack specifically, but I'll get into that later. Durability notifier, Durability notifier basically just allows you to see what the durability of your items, your armors, everything is. Simple as that. Not a big mod, but it does help you when you're just playing vanilla. Forge Worst is a hack client, and I know a lot of people don't like hack clients, but if you're going to make an ultimate client-side mod pack, you have to have a hack client in there. I mean, if it's possible and it's client-side only, it's in there. Now, if you don't like the ethics of using a hack client for cheating, take it out. Do I recommend you using this on servers? No. First of all, it's not like all the other hack clients where you can just use an offline account or use an alternate account. No. With this, you will get banned if you go on servers and you get caught. So Use this at your own will. If you don't find it ethical, don't use it. That's my last take on that. If my mod pack does get taken off of the Technic Launcher, I will take it out and it won't be there. But I might release 2 versions, one with it and one without it, one for the Technic Launcher and then one for if anybody else wants to install it somewhere else. But that has not happened yet, and they're fine with that mod so far, so that's that. FTP backups, I think that's just a backup. Again, another core mod to help you with other things, not a big deal. FTP libraries, utilities, which is another few helpful mods. This is another core mod. iChun utility, it's fine. Hats, you guys have definitely seen the hat mod where you kill something, hat goes on your head, you can switch between them. Again, client-side thing, nobody else will be able to see it if you join a server, but if you're playing just by yourself vanilla, when you play you will actually be able to collect hats and do stuff like that. It's not a big mod, but it's client-side, so it doesn't affect the actual gameplay at all. Willa, I forget exactly what it does, but I remember looking into it. It is a very nice mod, and some people could definitely utilize it. It was on one of the top lists for like best client-side mods that people will download often, so I added it. And some mods I might add that I don't know that like other people have recommended, so I might not know every single mod, but this one I only know just a little bit about. A lot of people use it. Infinity Item Editor, I think it's a mod that allows you to edit items and like all that. Kind of cool. Haven't used it yet, but it's still in it, so if you want to use it, use it. Item tweak or inventory tweaks, it goes along with crafting tweaks where it just speeds up the process, helps you do some just quick sorting inventory and making sure everything is neat and polished. Minecraft Capes mod. This mod allows you to go to their website and add either a cape or the dead mouse ears or an elytra cape design. This mod is kind of broken right now, and I'll probably get to that later, but basically it turns completely white due to another mod which breaks the textures, so it's either use the cape mod or use the other mod, which I'll get to, which is Mobens, which is the next mod actually shown. Mobens adds a bunch of animations and cool things to liven up the game. It doesn't affect anything, it just looks cool, and I like how it makes the game look. It adds a whole new flavor to the game. I like it. Again, doesn't affect multiplayer at all, so you can do this on any server, but these two mods do conflict a little bit, and you're gonna have to pick between the two, and that's the URL right here to actually go and sign up for an account and then make your own cape. It's even more in-depth cape making than something like, say, Optifine, which I do recommend Optifine. Go use it, like, donate to them. They have helped so many people optimize your game, but Minecraft Capes allows you to still get a cape without having to pay any money. Nobody else can see it unless they have the mods, so that's that. And Neat basically adds, health and some simple, just little tweaks to help you understand the mobs and things around you. Not a big deal, but again, a nice simple mod that people can use and understand the game better and just have a better overall experience. Resource loader, this goes along with custom main menu. You need this to be able to load textures without having to restart the game constantly. Very helpful. Don't get rid of this unless you're wanting to break the mods. Don't get rid of this. It doesn't do much, but it still helps. Xero's minimap. Now, I was originally going to use Journey's map, and I had it in the 1.4 version and 1.3, but then when I went to 1.5, I switched to Xero's. I like Xero's a little bit better, but again, you can switch between the two. This mod pack, I want it to be very customizable to what you want. But until there's a mod or a way to disable one and only have the other, I'm going to put Xerios in here because I think it's better. Reauth basically is just it's very simple, and I'm going to show this one off right away. When you go to join a server, just say like this server, you can just re-log in instead of having to close down your game every time the game says, oh, you're not authenticating right, restart your game session. You can just hit that and it'll work perfectly fine and you're good. Really like that. Very simple, easy to do. Do that. It saves a ton of time. I haven't used it personally a lot yet because I haven't had the problem, but it does happen on occasion. I'm going to load up a single player world and we can check out what it looks like in first person. Okay guys, so I wanted to show you what it looks like in first person when you load up the game. It'll look like this, like normal Minecraft, but as you can tell, like over there, you can see that thing above their head. That's neat. Neat adds that health bar, and it's kind of helpful. Also, you can tell that there's the hat up there. Kind of a cool little mods. Again, doesn't affect the game drastically, but it does affect it enough to just spice it up a little bit and still keep the vanilla feel with nothing really changed. But I wanted to show you just a little bit of a more in-depth UI and gameplay perspective. So when you open up the menu, the first thing you'll realize is this whole list of items over here. Now yeah, I'm in creative mode, but this is here in survival mode as well. But you can search specific items, like say I want to make an armor stand, because I'm really bad at making armor stands in the game. Where is it? Armor stands, right there. It will pull up the crafting recipe, and say there's a mod pack that you're playing that has more than one armor stand. You can also go right and left and find out the different crafting recipes for all of them. That being said, it's very, very, very good for not just vanilla, but again, regular modded, which is a lot of these mods can be attached to a real mod pack. That's like, and that adds weapons, armors, and all that makes it not vanilla anymore. So this mod is very important as well. Then another thing you'll notice is all these up here. This is also along with this. That's all one mod. You can see leaderboards. You can throw things away. I don't know. Claim chunks, so you can see chunks that you want specifically. Toggle game mode. You can toggle the rain to make it rain. Daytime, nighttime, and you can heal yourself. Now some of these are, you would say, cheating. Yeah, obviously they're cheating, kind of, but like that, it's not meant to be for that. The main point of this is to be a utility for people that are playing the game by themselves. So yeah, you don't have to worry about these things unless you're specifically doing specific tasks, which you can probably get a little bit more in depth with on your own. But yeah, so you can edit the worlds and see, view, crash reports, and all that stuff. But that's not important as of right now. Another thing you'll notice is this right here. This right here. It says Forge Worst. Now, yes, this is a hacked client. I'm going to be straight up with you. I don't use hacked clients on most servers. I find it to be wrong, especially in PvP. I think it's very scummy, and I think you should not use them for 99.9% of servers, unless you're doing like, what's the term? Anarchy servers, or servers that are made for hacking. You will be banned. And if they have like, I think there's MC bans or whatever, that's a website that shows a bunch of lists of bans for like people that have that plugin installed. People can see that you've cheated before, and they will not be happy, and they'll probably ban you outright. So don't hack on people's servers. This is mostly a thing just to play around for fun for you. So as you can see, I already have one thing already on. It's the rainbow UI. I find it to be kind of cooler than having the standard just black background. So I have it on that. That's just like a fun little add-on. But you can do a bunch of really, really cool things. Now, again, cheating. So like you can turn on X-ray, you can see through the ground. Do I think you should use this all the time? No. But if say you're looking for a specific area for building or doing stuff like that, X-ray can be helpful in a creative world. So there's that. Radar, you can see people on the map. Again, can be useful if you're building with your friends. There's a lot of cheats in here as well. So like flight in survival mode, no falling, no getting affected by webs, sneak, spider, all the things you can normally think of. Jesus mode where you can walk on water and all that kind of stuff. Again, the normal hack client shtick. If you've never used a hack client, makes sense. It's cheating. You should not do it. But this is the ultimate client-side mod pack, so it's going to be thrown in here anyway. I don't care what people say. If it's going to be the ultimate, it's going to be the ultimate. So there's that. Another thing, and this is my biggest mod in this whole mod pack, which is going to be Optifine, which I had talked about previously, but in more specifics, shaders. Shaders looks and changes the whole game's feel, and I will show you right now. So think of it kind of like a resource pack, but just for lighting. And this is how drastically different it looks. Just with a simple shaders pack, like the ones that I've added, it looks like this. And it's so vastly different. The water looks better, the lighting looks better. Like, sometimes, depending on the one, like, yeah, the trees will sway, or like the bushes will sway, the glass will sometimes like be connected. I wonder if it's swaying this one or not. Yeah, so it like gets rid of like the line in the middle and makes it one texture instead of two. So this is shaders. It's a very, very nice looking thing. It will take a FPS hit. So if you're going to use shaders, especially the one that I'm using right now, you're going to want to turn down your settings unless you have a good computer, because if you don't, you're going to get really, really bad FPS, especially if you have a high resolution texture pack like I've been adding them, which takes me to my next point, texture packs and resource packs. I have a bunch in here already. These are the ones that I find to look nice and work well. I will say, the hardest one to run is probably Pure Beauty Craft, because I have it set to the highest maximum resolution that I can. It will lag you. This will lag you. It lags me, and it will take a minute and pause and almost freeze while you're trying to load a resource pack or a shaders pack, but that's because it has to load all those textures, which is, it's going to take a toll. That's a lot of textures to bring over and actually apply to your game, so don't be surprised if it takes a minute. I'm not going to speed this up because I want you to see, like, it will take this long. It's not an easy thing for your computer to handle, so make sure you have a good computer. Don't just do this willy-nilly, because you probably will crash your game. Especially if you are fooling around with mod packs for your first time. If you really want to be able to run it, and say you do have a good enough computer but it's still lagging, go to your settings and change how much RAM you have allocated, which I'll probably make a video on that later, but change your allocation of RAM to more, because it will be able to handle more. So, as you can tell, I'm running 23 FPS. This is hard to run because I'm running a really high resolution shaders and a really high resolution texture pack. Now, I'm going to turn my thing like that, just so it runs a little bit better. I turned down my render distance. I would not normally play on this resource pack and this shaders pack. As you can tell, I don't lag this much. But if you want a good cinematic experience and like a really good texture experience, you can do that. I'm going to slowly be adding more texture packs and resource packs, or texture packs and resource packs are the same thing. Shaders packs and resource packs over time. I'm going to add more ones that I find to be better. I'm going to be adding mods. If you want to download this, it's at the Technic Launcher, and I'll show you how to install that in like 5 minutes. But regardless, this mod pack I've been working on for a while, and it really, really adds a lot to the game. So here's this as well, the whole Mo Ben's thing that I was talking about. Mo Ben's makes it so you can actually like see better animations, because animations are very, very, very cool looking and see. Again, doesn't affect the gameplay at all. It registers as the same. Even the hitboxes are the same. Nothing changes. Mobs do change a bit, so if I go to here and search up, what is it? Spider. I think Spider has one of the best textures in my opinion. So cave spider, and then I spawn it in. Its legs are bent, and it looks really, really cool. Also, I like how it has the hat, which is when we talk about hats in there, but that just looks so much better than the normal texture and the normal thing. I like it. And also has like the meat above it. This is like the quintessential like mod pack, side mod pack mod. Next thing I'm going to talk about is the hats. So, or that's not hats. No, that's waypoint. There we go. H. So when you hit H, you will see a list of hats. Now I'm in creative mode, so I have all the hats, but when you start, if you're in survival mode, you won't have all of them. That's not how it works. And when you click it, the hat will go above your head. You can also change the color. I think the color is messed up for mine, but whatever. You can go through a bunch of lists of hats. Some are better than others, but again, it's what you find to be your style. It's all up to you. There's a computer one. I want to find that one really quickly because I like computers. Where is it? Regardless, I'll just keep the Ash one. Oh, no, that's not Ash one. I done goofed, guys. I done goofed. Where is it? I'll just keep that one. Oh, I forgot to apply. Anyway, I'm just gonna have this guy on my head for a while. Now I'm gonna take it off. There we go. What? Done. There we go. So you have to hit done before you want to apply or unapply the hat. If you're playing with friends and they also have the mod, so like if you're on a modded server and you guys both have the mod, you can trade hats. But again, if you're playing on a server, they will not be able to see your hat. Along with the cape mod, which is MC capes, they will not be able to see it unless they have the mod as well. So there's that. But again, very nice client-side mod. The next thing is the mini-map mod. So, and also I'm not telling you the keys to do these things. I didn't say H, and this one was N for me. But you can set your key bindings yourself. Again, Ultimate Client-Side Mod Pack, this is you. You edit the mod pack the way you want. I'm just giving you a starting point. So, along with that waypoint, you can type in specifically a name. So, like, I want this to be, say, home, because this is where I want to be able to get to confirm. Now there will be, even if you're, like, behind a wall and you can't see, it will have the H with the home. And it's great and amazing. Now I forget what the, there's a key binding. I don't remember what it is, but you can get a mini-map to be up in the top right. I forget which key it is, but you can enable a mini-map. Is it under... I'm not going to worry about it. But it will add a mini-map up in the top right. I'll probably fix that in the next update that adds it to be there by default. But don't worry about that now. Next thing, again with Optifine, is you'll be able to zoom. Zooming is helpful for seeing at far distances. Obviously, if you've ever used Optifine, you know that already. By the way, the cape that I have on my character right now, as you can tell with Mobans, it kind of breaks the cape. I have an Optifine cape, and that does show. But with MC capes, it will break the textures. It will break it will be completely white and then not. So either keep Mobens or MC capes, regardless of whatever you pick, one will work better than the other. So there's that. Is there anything else I wanted to show you guys? Let me just check, because I don't want to get this wrong. it's constantly being updated, so some things that I don't show in this might not be there later, or there might be things that are added that aren't in this video. But I wanted to get this video out just to show off my new mod pack. It's the first mod pack I've ever made myself that's high quality and nice, that I've spent a lot of time on. I hope to make an actual modded survival mod pack as well, but I'm not going to do that yet. In this case, these mods you can add to any 1.12.2 mod pack that's not client side. You can add this to any of them. Most of them will work. Obviously some mods have conflicts, but overall most of these mods can be added to whatever mod pack you're using in 1.12.2, and I think you'll have a way better experience in general. And dang, that skeleton is getting shreked by those two wolves. Oh boy. Oh, they're dead. Oh boy. Oh man. But thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys have an overall better vanilla experience, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.